Yes, this is Sensei Reality TV, and yes, The Rock will be. I feel it's too many signs. It's too many. It's too many. Details into the signs of where the point and to the reason why this is going to happen. It only makes sense. Who else could it be? The Rock is coming back, man. And I feel like that you've been watching wrestling. If you've been lost in the loop, you don't know what's going on. Randy Orton, he's the Viper again. Yes, he's the Viper again, and we've got the heel Randy Orton that we had in '09, and he just butchered Cody Rhodes as he should. Oh, it was so beautifully done. I mean, goodness gracious, you couldn't paint a better picture. Picasso couldn't paint this picture. This is a great portrait of a picture of blood and just how he just destroyed Cody Rhodes. It was beautiful. Unexpectedly. Beautifully done, man. I was like, I got so sick of Randy Orton with this whole babyface thing because Randy Orton was too much of a babyface. And you got to think about it. When The Rock, the final boss, was doing his thing with the final boss run, we saw how much that the final boss didn't respect Cody. He didn't respect Cody. He took his own belt off and whooped his ass with it. Then said he was going to do it in front of Mama Rose. Like beat the man all in the parking lot, had the man blood on his own belt. I mean, the final boss is something special. But the fans was just too Codying it out. And just too much on the Cody hive train that they couldn't even see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is when you got somebody like The Rock that's going to give you nothing but great storylines. You have to be patient and just sit down and enjoy the ride. You think he's just telling you that for no reason when he says sit down and just enjoy the ride? No, it's a reason behind this because this ride is going to not just be just any ride. Oh, no. This is going to be one of the rides. It's going to take you through somersaults, 360s, up and down on different angles and different diagonal, horizontal, in different directions. It's going to have you spinning. But you're going to enjoy it and you're going to love it. But they don't want to be patient enough to experience that because they want to so, quick to jump to the gun. But when The Rock fell out the picture again, like, yeah, let me just back off. And let me just back away a minute again. Just to let them know, like, what you finna see now is going to be 10 times worse. What I was bringing you is going to be 10 times better. So let me back away so you can have your Cody Rhodes and you can just see what a storyline is going to go from that point. And what a storylines went straight to the damn shitter. It went straight bad. WWE had to let some people go, and they tried to get Road Dogg, and didn't even get Road Dogg. I felt like as much creative control behind the storyline like I feel like he should. Road Dogg should have had way more creative control when it comes to them storylines because they would have been way better. But Road Dogg was under restriction. He couldn't give you the best storylines like he could have gave you. He had to answer to Triple H and get their approval on what make sense and make sound right. Like, no. If you got Road Dogg back there right, and you have to let Road Dogg be Road Dogg. He don't have to answer to nobody. He lived that era, breathed, and ate the Attitude Era, so he knows what great entertainment is. He knows what great TV is. But now that Road Dogg is no longer in the picture again, he's not, writing back there. I don't know who's writing back there now, but it's picking back up. But we've seen this before. We've seen the WWE be inconsistent. We've seen Triple H under being a creative operational officer or whatever. We've seen how his inconsistency has have fans feeling like, okay, Triple H, you cooking. Oh, Triple H, respect button. I'll be seeing in the comments, respect button, Triple H, respect button. And then he go back and he slips up again. He's inconsistent. He falls flat and he ends up doing something crazy and it makes him look bad. And now the fans back bashing him again. It's like the consistency pattern is inconsistent. When The Rock was there, he gave you consistency every week. You had great, raw, and unfiltered television that seemed so surreal to the point it made you forget that they were, actually acting. It felt and it sounded and it looked real when the final boss was in the mix, especially with this whole situation with The Rock and Cody when The Rock had on the black beater when he slapped Cody, before that WrestleMania with him and Roman Reigns teaming up last year, I think. That was golden. And that was going to be consistent. And people was talking about how like they weren't ready for Cody Rhodes to switch heels, and he was asking for Cody Rhodes' soul. That right there was a blockbuster. People were like, why is The Rock asking for Cody's soul? Like, just be quiet and enjoy the ride, like he said. But the fans didn't want to do that because they think they know every damn thing. And then now look at it. Now look at the storylines now. You got some hit and misses. You got a couple of hits with the Randy Orton situation, and then you may have a couple of hits in there, but The Rock was going to give you consistency. Because he knows Attitude Era. He comes from that bloodline. His daddy, Rocky Johnson, and all that, and so long, and he knows. And the man is the best promo speaker to ever to come into the business of wrestling entertainment. And it hasn't been one since like that since The Rock. I mean, we got Stone Cold. Stone Colds are great. Don't get me wrong. But The Rock's delivery and the lines that The Rock's use is so creative, and it's just unlike anything that we ever heard. He taught me. That's how you hear so great when I'm speaking right now to the people who's listening to this video. I got it from The Rock. How the way that I, be able to come up with what I come up with and how I talk and my entertainment value was because of him, watching him grow up in the Attitude Era 98 and just seeing how the way that he always presented himself when he had the fly Versace shirts, the dress pants and the glasses. Like everything that I do right now is like, it come from The Rock, watching him. My style and everything is just like, I'm only me. It's only one of me. But when you have somebody be like, hey, okay, I got a little bit from there, I got it from The Rock. Because I grew up as a kid watching. 7 years old, 8 years old. So he helped me along the way with how the way I present and carry myself and how I move. Because he was fly. And my dad is the flyest. But I seen The Rock on TV and I said like, okay, The Rock is one of them ones, and he became my favorite wrestler. Because I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Like he gave wrestling life. The Rock gave wrestling life. He made it to where like when you watched him, it was something not only well worth watching, but it was something that you knew that was going to always stick because he had the look of a wrestler, but it wasn't the boring look. It was like a look that had life in it. With entertainment, as far as talent in the ring and on the microphone, it was just something special. And the closest thing that we probably got to that right now is Trick Williams. Because I'm not wrestling. If I was wrestling, it would be me. But I'm not a wrestler, but it's not about me. But the closest thing right now is Trick Williams, and I see how the way Trick does it. He has that edge. He has that entertainment value. And he knows how to speak on the microphone. He knows how to gravitate towards the audience. And he's black. And it's like, man, I get a little bit of The Rock and Booker T from Trick Williams. But it's still Trick Williams. He's one-on-one. But this whole Rock situation with Randy Orton is coming down like to the point to where we know who Randy Orton was on the phone with last week when he was, had that short interview. Was supposed to be the interview with Michael Cole, but it got cut short because he was told like, this got to be short. It's got to be brief. And who else would Randy be talking to? And for Randy to switch over and be to the hill, over back to the hill side. We knew that the final boss was nothing but the hill. So he couldn't have been talking to nobody but The Rock. And this only makes sense because with The Rock and Randy Orton's corner, and let's just say The Rock was to help Randy get that belt and screwing Cody, because Randy has to get the belt because Randy is going towards retirement in a couple of years. So he has to have one last run as the champion. And I feel that if Randy gets this belt, this could potentially set up a rivalry, maybe, if this is played right, between him and The Rock. And The Rock can get the belt for one last time. He get it from Randy. After Randy get it, I don't know what pay-per-view it will be, but after WrestleMania, it can only set up a rivalry between The Rock and Randy Orton. I don't know if that could be for SummerSlam. That'll be nice. But we'll just see how the way this storyline plays out from that point. But it couldn't be nobody on the phone but The Rock. And The Rock and Roman Reigns still has to happen. So I'm just trying to figure out how all this will like play out if The Rock is in Randy Orton's corner. Do The Rock still want to make one more, run for the championship title? And if he does, how would that set up between him and Roman Reigns? So we'll just have to stay tuned to see, man. But this look like it's going to be good. Sensei Reality TV. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll let y'all later. One love. Peace.